So the important question I have here is, what bothers people about a certain skin tone or Africans or sub-Saharan Africans coming together and talking about Africa, like how we talk about freeing our brothers and sisters in cages in the north, about the xenophobia in the south, the war in the east, that we're killing each other, the corruption in the west. And then we want to focus on the better side, better in Africa as well. So to me, what gets me is, what bothers you lot about it? What Africans come together? Because a lot of people get nervous about that as well.
It's very simple, bro. People have been living of unearned privilege for centuries, and they know that once Africans start talking, their privilege is in danger. That's all it is, bro.
And I think that's the problem with a lot of these North African countries, because a lot of them are post the Arab colonization, and their allegiance isn't really to Africa.
Of course not.
Exactly.
And they know.
And they know, and that's why they get bothered. And because it's interesting, because he was saying, whether they like it or not, Algeria has the biggest army. We're going to take over this country, the whole continent. And it's like, if you
who said that?
The kid,
Adidas.
And I'm just like, if you were a real, Pan-Africanist, you wouldn't be saying that, because I've never heard a Nigerian person say, we have the biggest army, we're going to take all of Africa.
Exactly.
And he's like, whether you like it or not.
We've got the most populous country, the biggest economy.
And he's like, whether you like it or not, we're here to stay. And I'm like, you almost sound like a white person colonizing Africa. And that's the problem. And the thing is, a lot of them, it's like, when it's convenient, they're African, and when it's not, and then when it's like, but they always want to separate themselves. Like, we are African, but we're not like those backwards African. We're like these, we're more advanced because we're more like Arabs or European. Yeah. But then they want to try and gaslight us and be like, we're not like that.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Okay, my people, I don't want to play. Let me play devil's advocate.
Yeah, that's fine.
Obviously, how about some of them? Because they don't have certain identities that maybe just maybe, because when the uncle Tunisia came, watched the video at the end, and he said something to the brother, and he agreed with it, and he said, majority of us are from Greece, we were invaders, we came and invaded. The kid did agree with him. It's live, it's evidence on the video, Maybe because they have an identity crisis. Because you've got a tribe, I've got a tribe, got a tribe. We all know who Africans are. Maybe because they've been generations have mixed, and I went to go do my studies that mixed, and maybe they don't know why they've adopted certain cultures. Maybe they have the identity crisis, and maybe some of them want to be Africans. But the good ones.
Africans are Africans. I hate. Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Some of them want to be African.
But I'll say your identity crisis is not my problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You shouldn't make it my problem.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in the sense.
Sister, the same thing. The thing I don't like as an East African as well is because me and them we share a religion. The majority of them. And again, I like to remind everyone, not all Arabs are Muslim as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But the majority of the ones that we do share a culture with is like. I just lost my words right now, man. Just took it. They want to play Arab when they want to play Arab. As an East African, I understand that. And when you want to play African, you want to play African. That's the bit I don't really like as well. Because the minute I talk about Libya and people like us, our brothers and sisters locked in cages, men and women getting raped, I'm not that Arab. The minute I talk about Yemen, I'm not that Arab. The minute I talk about the Syrian crowd, I'm not that Arab. So I'm thinking to myself,
you saw it the other day, when the guy came.
That's what I'm thinking.
Another Algerian tried to come to me earlier, right? And when the guy said, but there are black people that are discriminated in Algeria today, right? At 1 minute he was admitting it, the next minute he was denying it,
exactly,
right? But he wanted to come and challenge me, tell me about how I'm racist. I said to him, go and address the racism among your people them in Algeria. Don't just come to me to tell me anything about racism, right? And this is the point, because they know. They already know what is going on in their nations as regards to black people. So all of this is show business and deflection.
Exactly. That's
right?
what we
That's all it is.
See, what I was saying was, my family, we come from Sudan. So in Sudan, obviously, there's the south and there's the north.
Yes.
And there's a divide, and there's a reason why there was a divide in the first place. And I was telling him, and he was like, just being completely dismissive. I was like, there's a reason. Sudanese people, it's not even just the fact of religion, that is a huge part of why the divide happened. But it's because South Sudan, we have an allegiance to Africans. Because and I was explaining to his other friend that being an African is not only like the optics or the phenotypes of looking like an African, but also having allegiance to Africa.
Feeling Africa.
And also contributing to the cultural and racial fabric of Africa as a nation.
And they certainly
we didn't come from anywhere, and we don't have this
We
sort
don't
of...
have to do a DNA test.
We don't have to do DNA tests. I don't have to shake my family tree.
You know
and
what
say,
Somalian looks like, innit? You know what I look like. You know what part of the world I'm from.
Exactly.
So that's what I was saying, sisters and brothers. Maybe just now they're tapping in and realizing, yo, we do have an identity crisis.
No,
That's not our fault.
that's what I thought.
That's not our fault.
No, but I'm saying.
No, but yeah, that's
I
why
don't want to miss something. Sorry.
Yeah, no. I was saying that like the idea of like they can have the identity crisis, but that's what happens when you colonize another country because you don't live there. So say for example, my family went to Saudi Arabia. Do you think everyone's gonna be like, hey, welcome us with open arms and be like, yes, these are my Saudi
Somalia. I don't have that.
They'll be, I swear, right, left, and center. There'll be a complete difference. Obviously, first of all, I don't look like it's Saudi Arabian. I don't have. I can speak their language. All of those things. Right. That still wouldn't matter because the way they treat black people is always at the bottom. So they come to Africa and they expect us to sing Kumbaya in the village and welcome them and like.
When I come through,
they have,
as a North
and it's not even that they don't recognize the issues of what's going on with black Africans. Like Gadi was saying, they gaslight us and say, oh, this isn't happening. That's not how we think about it.
It's total hypocrisy.
You were on camera last week, you might as well talk now. We're talking the same subject, that's why I see you keep coming around.
The only thing is, because I don't want to mix up the two issues. There is a genuine activist movement,
Yeah, you can feel, but you can do that outside.
No, what I'm saying is, but among, because what he was using, where I am concerned, I'm not sure if they brought it to you, was the issue of Berbers. Yes?
Oh,
yes, they
we
were.
went on about that for 5 hours.
You couldn't prove that he was a Berber.
Right, this is what I'm trying to make. Because the Berber issue is a very complex one, and that's why he keeps using it. Now, and I'm not personally, I'm not one to challenge what a person says they are, but I never asked, but I'm not completely convinced by the extent of this Berberness that the guy is dealing with.
You can't come here blonde hair and blue eyes like the other guy.
This
like,
is
I'm African.
But there are various different kinds of Berbers, and there was a genuine fight, from on the part of the Berbers in relation to the Arabs who dominate in North Africa today,
Right.
in terms of the preservation of their culture.
Right.
Now, original Berbers are indigenous Africans and they are black.
That's what I said.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So in terms of identity, man can deal with that. But what I'm guarding against though is allowing people to hijack that issue to try and justify themselves in North Africa, while they fail to deal with the racism that is taking place there. If you can admit that black people in Algeria and Mauritania and Morocco and Libya are severely discriminated against, you have no business coming to talk to me about anything. If we say we are developing a movement, what's your point? What's your point?
Do you want to come through and
What's
talk?
your point?
Now come through.
What's your point?
No, but brother, you've been around.
There's no discrimination. There's no discrimination.
Let's not hijack the
Okay,
conversation.
hold on. Are you saying there's no discrimination in North Africa or just Algeria? Just
The
Algeria.
microphone can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm saying.
no discrimination.
Brother.
Why do I have to go to Algeria? Why do I have to go to Algeria? Why do I have to go to Algeria?
Why are you swearing now?
Right, but I'm talking
You don't know
about.
shit. You're very heated.
Gaslighting.
No, but brother. No, let me deal with this, I know. Sahbi. I've seen you walking around 4 or 5 times.
It's hypocrisy.
You want to get involved in this conversation? Come through to Fadlan, akhi. Yeah, you were on camera last week. You was. I'll show you on COE. I will show you on my phone right now. Wallahi,
I'm not interested, fam.
But brother. No, but brother, look. No, but brother.
This is the joke business.
No, but brother.
And the hypocrisy of these
We're
people.
having a Pan-African conversation. If you want to get involved to Fadlan, like I say, Kuli Shay Fi Afri.
Fam, he said he's not on it, innit? We ain't got to beg him, innit? Right? He said he's not on it. Right? My only point is
Please
this,
not heckling them.
I was speaking about North Africa.
If you're not going to be a part of the conversation,
Right.
don't say anything.
I'm speaking, listen to what I'm saying.
What's the point?
The discussion's
You
here,
can't
not
come back
over
like
there.
You're not really in the discussion.
Hold on. Forget him. He's made his point.
No, he hasn't, because
You know what? Brothers
You know
and
what I'm
sisters,
coming with, right?
and COU, watch this. When we come together and we talk about something, why does other people feel intimidated?
Hear what
It's
I'm
like,
saying?
oh, right now,
Hear
everyone
what I'm
gets
saying?
it.
It threatens their superiority.
Hear what I'm saying, bro. Hear what I'm saying. Listen, think about what's going on right now, the hypocrisy, I spoke about North Africa, and I mentioned various different countries, right? The situation that I'm talking about is not obscure. People know about it. What you're doing right now, listen. You wanna pin me down. I spoke about Morocco. I spoke about Libya. I spoke about Algeria. I spoke about Mauritania. Tunisia.
Exactly.
Now he wants to come and pin me down to Algeria, one country, right? Hold on, right? Without dealing with,
we're allowed to speak.
Without
Without dealing with.
Without dealing with,
This is the biggest speaker's corner, bro.
Without dealing with the context of what it is I'm speaking about. He wants to challenge me. He wants to challenge me. He wants to challenge me on whether specific to Algeria is happening in Algeria or not. This is a joke. This is a joke.
It's a joke.
This is a joke.
It's a joke.
This is
Nigerian, brother. It's not going nowhere.
Yeah, but that's
Wallahi.
I never told the guy to come
Brother,
to
wallahi, you watch this on COE. We were having the most beautiful discussions until you came along.
No, but this is not a surprise.
I'm telling you, calm.
This is not a surprise.
I'm telling you.
I'm not interested, fam.
Yeah, Sahabi.
The man
Yeah,
African,
Sahabi.
fam.
there's no point.
Yeah, and when they're ready, they want to come challenge me about. You know, we spoke to Algeria today already. You know, who done admitted, you know, that there was discrimination against black people in Algeria, and Algeria said it today.
I know we saw it earlier. You weren't
Today.
here.
But when they're ready, they deny it.
They say this in Zimbabwe.
Exactly.
They say this in North Sudan.
It's joke
They
business.
say that in Egypt. They said my whole family has lived in Egypt, and all the Arabs are like, "There's no discrimination here. What are you guys talking about?" In the same breath, they're saying, "You blacks don't belong here." Blah, blah, blah,
You
blah,
know
blah.
what?
And then they said, "There's nothing going on here.
Maybe
What
the
are you guys
problem is
talking
this.
about?"
Maybe the problem is this, yeah.
Get out of my face.
All this, you know, all this is because I said, you know, the original people of North Africa are black. This is the problem. This is right. You know what this is,
Everyone
yeah?
knows that.
And I said that, right? The original people,
My man.
the original people of North Africa are black. This is what the people. This is what the problem people have with what I said.
Can you imagine saying that to
What's the problem with
original
this?
people in Jordan are black? Do you know the uprising that occurred? They'll be like, what? We didn't come from Negroes. What are you talking about? These guys, they want to be like.
I can tell.
What's the problem?
Or the original people in China.
What's the problem?
People in Japan
The original people of North Africa are black. What is the problem?
No, the guy last week he was like,
You know what?
when we got there, it was a desert.
See,
and
my
I was like, it's so
But
what?
it wasn't always a desert.
It's so what?
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Who cares? They're nomadic people.
Exactly.
If I wasn't there in spring,
That's what they say about Australia where we're from. No one was there. There's culture and all this.
No,
No
do you know what it
man's
is?
land.
Do you know what I find that?
Rubbish.
They tried to say that about Somalia recently. There was no one in the East Africa. I was like, whoa, there's
Ah,
cave
there's no one in
paintings.
East
Sister, you know that?
They say it all
My
the time.
Somali sister knows that as well. Huh? Yeah. No, about the Arabs as well. Yeah,
It's a joke thing. It's
No,
hypocrisy.
do you know what we
No,
talking
and
about,
you know what I
sister?
told him last time? I was like, so you're saying with African Americans, so what African Americans can't claim the African heritage because they have one white rapist along their family line. Does that make them white? No, it doesn't because it wasn't their fault.
Exactly.
That's just like in Africa.
Nonsense.
The reason why certain Africans don't look like the way they do because of you people, because of the rape and the genocide
Exactly.
that happened. But like you, with that one ancestor that you probably raped, all of a sudden that makes you a brother.
Exactly.
Get out of my face.
And then he's like, I have an ancestry DNA test to prove that I'm Berber.
Yeah.
And it says North African. I'm like, that's
Anything.
And he's like, my DNA test can say, oh, 1% from West Africa.
I'm Yoruba. I told you.
Get out, man.
Let me wear that garment. Let me do
That North African DNA thing is a trick, yeah? Because
It's so vague.
it's so vague,
What
right?
science
But when you delve into it, when they say North African DNA, what they mean is
Isn't DNA is vague in the whole thing?
not necessarily, but it depends. It depends.
Because
It depends.
No, not the original
Yeah.
black, obviously.
Yeah.
We're saying the ones that live there are under
Before
this.
invasion, colonialism, before...
Yeah,
yeah,
we're saying there's
it's-
no evidence that black people
It's
were there,
vague,
so
yeah.
therefore it's
Well
their
done, family. Well done, you're
territory.
good. It's vague, yeah, because not necessarily because DNA is vague, but
it's
because
how they-
the designation they put on it, right? Because listen to this, right? When they say North African DNA, what they mean specifically is the DNA of a group of white people
That live there.
that migrated thousands of years ago
Exactly.
and lived there from time.
Exactly.
So they define it as North African
Africa.
as though it's indigenously African.
Exactly.
But that DNA strain comes from outside.
Exactly.
Yeah?
It's
That's
not
the
like,
point.
where are they going to find the DNA of the original African from? Get out of my face.
That's what I'm trying to say.
And
Now,
I'm saying
when they have studied it though, the oldest things they find, as far as DNA wise, in North Africa, the oldest people they find are black people, yeah, that are related to the people that they call Sub-Saharan Africa. What is this Sub-Saharan and Saharan Africa in the first place anyway? Yeah? Other than a designation
their way trying to
separate.
distinguish black
This
people from
gentleman's got his hand up. I'm going to respect you.
Black people are the best people, you know.
Thank you.
know that.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What, yeah?
That's not a debate.
True, yeah?
So
I live with a black family, yeah?
Yeah.
I live with a St. Lucian family, yeah? My foster carers and that, yeah? I don't like them because they're rude, yeah? But they whip up some good food, you know?
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you
Right,
very much.
yeah.
There's something else going to, what is that going to say?
Sub-Saharan separation and distinction.
Yeah, when he was telling us, he was like, oh, there's no such thing as an ethnic African. I was like,
Yeah, he's like, how do you know you're African? Did you do a DNA
how do
test?
you
I'm
know
like,
you're African?
the fact that I don't have to do it, but if you go to that, I don't need you.
Right. Now,
There's a reason why even Africans in the islands, Africans in America, there's a reason why we all connected to Africa. Why?
Why?
Because what they look like.
Right.
Because we know damn well that's where they came from. They don't need to do a DNA test, even if they have
And then
white
he's like,
DNA
see,
in them.
your hair is straight, so you straighten your hair, I'm more African than you. And I was like,
Yeah.
so my straight hair and your curls make you more African, but you have white skin, blue eyes, but you're still more African than me.
Nonsense.
He's not like anything.
Bullshit.
Bullshit. He's like, oh, you might have an Arab name too. So like, and I was like,
I was
can have an
annoyed
Arab
though,
name.
because I did watch the video and I saw the two of you going at it, and but I understood that there was peace that was not on the camera. So I can't remember, I don't know which one it was, but one of you was going in before the camera got there, and I wanted to hear what was going on because I think Uncle Dan Jimmy was very impressed. So I went to,
No, we were both like, ha. Because he told her that, like, he told Gadi, he was like, oh, you're not from Sierra Leone, because in Sierra Leone they speak French. She is the most Sierra Leone person I've ever met in my whole life. I was like, bro.
English, Creole, they don't
No,
just,
he's like,
there's
no,
no French.
you're not
He's like,
native.
And he's like, so you don't even understand your own history. And I was like, are you
like,
serious?
you're not
No,
even
and I'm
native.
like, it was Pedro de Centro discovered a name in Sierra Leone, which is a
Listen,
Portuguese name.
why
They're just called
this particular guy
understand
though. Sorry, bro. This particular guy though, because
that's his sidekick as well.
As I said,
That's his sidekick.
okay.
Last week.
As I said before,
That's his
As I said
sidekick.
before, it's not the first time.
Do you know what I'm trying to explain to you?
He repeats this behaviour pattern regularly, and so when, seriously, I went. So when you were saying to me the level of arrogance that was coming here,
I didn't experience racism. However,
You went to Algeria,
I went to Algeria. I never experienced racism.
You're Somali, innit?
I am Somali. But I haven't experienced racism. But what I mean is, of course, I haven't met a lot of black Algerians living in the main cities. I met one or two, and when I asked them, where do you guys live? And they're like, mainly in the south, because in the north, life's not as easy for us to live in the north. Because the northern cities,
the black people in Algeria told you this, right? This guy knows exactly what you just said.
The same is in Egypt,
however,
and the same
That's what I said.
is in
Libya.
It's in the southern part of the north.
Why they
And one thing, like I say to the brothers and sisters, do you know who's in cages in Libya?
Africans, the black Africans.
black people?
However,
They all know it. They all know it.
The Muslim, the Christian, this.
There's no
Like I'm
however.
saying, like us Somalis, we cry for Palestine. We cry for this. I don't see majority of them trying to say free up this, free up that. And where I'm kind of trying to come from,
Why are we crying for Palestine?
but they're Muslims.
I'm asking why.
I don't know.
I don't.
You don't.
It's not
I don't
publicized
know, but I do.
in the news.
Alright, so
The media's not focusing on that.
however, I have never
Africans are oppressed in Libya,
that was outside.
Exactly.
and Tunisia,
He was out
and
of
Algeria.
When I was in Algeria, I haven't felt anyone treat me differently
Don't forget,
just because
before
of
the
course,
Europeans
people look at you as a diversity. Algeria is very different to Morocco. Morocco get a lot of tourism. Morocco can know that you're Somali. Morocco knows that you're Sudanese.
Let me ask you a
Morocco
question. Let me ask you a question. Let's say I accept here that the issues, for whatever reason, because as I understand it, there are less black people in Algeria than there are in other.
No, you went there yourself.
Right? So there's less black people in
They're more black people
Algeria
in Algeria than Morocco. More black Algerians.
than in Morocco, right? But I'm saying, like, for example, Mauritania, there's more black people.
Of course.
In Libya, there's more black people.
Of course.
So let's say, for whatever example, for argument's sake, that it's lesser, in Algeria than it is in other North African countries.
Okay, fair enough.
Does that disqualify the context of the conversation we're having?
No,
right. So I'm saying, if we're talking about North Africa, not just Algeria, we're talking about North Africa, and we're speaking about discrimination against black people in North Africa. What is the intention of an individual to come and try and put it out to Algeria and say it doesn't exist in Algeria?
It makes no sense.
Thank you very much.
However,
That's what I'm saying, innit?
if you travel
Media
throughout
control.
the...
I wouldn't about a realist.
Information control.
To me, it's just. I don't know. No, but do you understand, sister, where I'm coming from? Yeah, like, no, you understand as a
And
Somali
I
where I'm
realise
coming from.
racism
I feel like,
racism gets
as a fellow Muslim
less
as
and less
well,
as you head towards
Arabs are 10%
Morocco.
of the Islamic
You get it?
nation.
And you head towards Morocco.
Okay,
It gets
90%
less
of the
more
problems.
racist and then more
90% of their problems are more highlighted. There's problems in
You guys fight for
Somalia.
them, but
So you're saying it's stronger in
Thank you.
Egypt than Algeria?
Exactly.
And that's what I'm trying to, as a Muslim, I want to speak to my brothers and sisters. But every time But every time I speak to them, every time I mention
That's
this,
the point.
oh, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm not that,
Whatever
and
the
I'm like,
degree
you know what, I give up.
Listen,
It
the
exists.
war that's happening in Somalia.
Exactly.
Who are the
This
people
is
that
the point I'm
are
trying to
out
make.
there?
So I'm saying
The Nigerian soldiers
to make
from
the
African
issue
soldiers, the
what
majority
I'm
of
saying
soldiers that are there
and
from
not the
Nigeria and they're from
issue
Uganda.
the discrimination is actually taking
Everybody
place
else is nowhere
shows
to
that you're
be. The
insincere
soldiers that are being
as far as I'm
sent to fight
concerned.
there.
You
One of my
have
Ugandan
no
boys
interest in
are dying over
justice,
there.
in
Meanwhile,
humanity,
the Muslim
in
world
right,
is nowhere
yeah,
to
They don't
be.
send in
Even
nobody.
Islam.
Africans are dying, they're
Because
like,
if
that's
what they tell me
but
that
when
it
something happens
is,
to
then you
them,
would be
like,
concerned about it.
Egypt,
That's what I'm saying.
they're like, where are the black people?
What I want to
don't
realize
accept
to a lot of my
that.
Muslim brothers and
I don't
sisters,
accept that.
half of these countries, like you know, with Palestine as well,
Black people
the
as people.
minority are Muslims.
So
There's
we
no
shouldn't
Jewish
support them
people
then.
that don't
That's
die
the
for them like that.
issue.
Shouldn't support
In
them.
a
Where I'm
sense,
coming from, it's like
That's
it's
the
come to a
African problem. It's
situation
like,
where,
fam,
as a
if me and my
Pan-African,
brother are
when
in an
I'm going
argument,
through stress,
you can't come
I'm
in
getting
and come in
cages.
an argument.
You don't want to highlight that.
Yeah.
You don't want to speak about that. And then I say, when the Palestinians and the Arabs are locked in cages, I'm crying, I'm fighting for you.
Exactly.
But you don't want to fight for me when we're locked in
And that's
cages.
the problem with black people.
Yes and no.
across
Yeah,
the
that's the
board.
problem with black people. They're so easy. Like our kindness is what kills
It was
us.
the United Nations of Venezuela, and it doesn't work.
Meanwhile, the same people are the ones that killed us. They're the same people that laugh at us. Not only
Yes,
behind
and
our
put us in
backs,
cages
faces.
in
We have
2019.
to solve that.
Kill and control our economy.
It doesn't justify what the
And they do a lot of dirty
We're
things.
separating from you people.
We're not
Whether you
serious.
like
When
it or
white
not.
Africans
That's
are
what-
getting killed, we're not serious. They want the whole world to cry. They get fast track. They want to get fast track visas to Australia. The white
And New
Africans.
Zealand.
One other thing we need to talk about Pan-Africanism that pisses me off as well, innit, yeah? How comes that you see you're from Sierra Leone, I'm from Somalia. How comes I can't travel to your country with my passport
Because
for
we
free?
need to build a
Like
bloody railway
European and the
line.
Chinese and the Arab can come in
They don't
left,
need
right, centre.
papers, they
They don't need
Not
papers.
just that. You see, we have to look at our leaders.
But then
If our leaders were smart,
Yeah.
they would build high-speed
and that's what we
railway
have to work out.
to join all our countries together.
Ethiopia to Djibouti
Then
has
we
already
can
done that.
all
They've already
visit
done
each
that
other
one.
and know the continent properly.
Yes.
Not be cut off and isolated from one another, where our leaders just bring in the Chinese or the Indians or the British.
But then we try to
or
go
the
to
French.
China or India and look what happens to us.
Thank you. With our passports.
It's our leaders'
Why are
fault.
we giving preferences to people who don't even take care of us?
That's what I'm saying. We need to start talking about open borders, open free trade with Africa.
in a sense,
Like you see how Europeans go in and out of
The
their country.
passport.
Why
Where's our
can't we?
African Union passport? So you can go anywhere you want. And nobody can tell you where you're going.
Do you know the worst thing is? No. Do you know the worst thing is? North Africans get looked down by other Arabs. You know the main Arab countries look down on these ones as well. So you think to yourself, what is going on? And then when I started looking and I started realizing they're not cousins.
That's their problem.
Exactly.
That's their problem.
If Arabs fight
Let us
that's
deal
Arab
with our
Arab
own
pride.
issues.
That's not my problem.
No, but
let them deal with that.
they suck us into their own issues by using bare different tactics. And what I like to remind,
This tactics,
a lot,
this nonsense
you know, a lot of the
tactics.
haters,
Yeah,
a lot of the haters in the comments are gonna say, Khalid, Astaghfirullah, they're Muslim. I'm like, not all Arabs are Muslim, and my Muslim brothers know that as well. Like in Palestine, the minority are Muslim, the majority are Christians, Jewish, and none of them other people cry for them. But we cry for these guys when they're in cages, when they're getting bombed. My Somali brother said, who cries for these no more? Because our tears are, because you don't cry for me. When I'm in cages, when Somalia is burning, none of them come involved.
If we need
None of them.
bread, if we need hospitals,
Right now,
if
do
we
you know
need
there's
schools,
freedom?
if we need
Qatar,
railways,
Saudi
if we
Arabia,
need good
and UAE, they're
highways to
fighting in
link
their own
Africa
countries against
together.
each other. Where do you
our
think
own
and they're
issues.
buying ports. They're
And
buying
stop
each one
worrying
of our
about
ports in
everyone else.
Somalia.
Everyone else
What they gonna
worries
do?
about themselves.
Come on, just because a man wears a thing and he says salam alaikum doesn't mean he's a Muslim. Well, like, that's what I believe.
Yeah, because they all want us to support their cause when they're
It's dope business,
when
fam.
they're fighting their
They're all
wars.
hypocrites, and I have no time for them because they know. No, I'm sorry, I don't have no time for the foolishness, the long talk, none of it, fam. But they know. Yeah, that when it comes to North Africa, they don't have that. This North African
not their
Sub-Saharan
land. It's not
divide.
their
Yeah,
land. It's not really
they
their
talk
land.
to themselves and they ain't talking to the rest of Africa. So don't come to me that I've created a division. Yeah, nonsense, fam. I ain't got no time for it.
But also, to be fair and honest, we have a problem in South Africa. Our South African brothers and sisters, they're not treating us properly.
You came late, we were talking about it earlier,
yeah.
and we're not going to say our South African brothers and sisters. There is a small group of people that are acting out. Yeah,
They must
at the
behave
moment.
themselves.
Right, this is what I'm saying, yeah.
They must fix
But
up.
the masses of South
have to
Africa
fix
are
up.
not, yeah. But the masses of South Africa are not doing that though. So we
They
don't,
must fix
so,
up.
you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean?
That's not
yeah.
right
Your
though.
mate's back.
what they're carrying on with.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really care, fam.
I have time for the foolishness.
I actually don't care. I don't have time for the
That's
foolishness.
what
They know.
It makes
Yeah,
no sense.
and it's not even like they
gaslighting.
It's not even like they don't even come humble. Yeah, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You get me?
Because
Like,
we
they come
support
with arrogance.
Right.
Yeah, and they don't even come to try and reason. They come with like, no, fam, I'm not interested.
because
I have no time for it.
It's
fam.
because too
I
many
have
of
no
our
time.
people support them.
Of
Draw
course.
away from
Exactly.
them.
Of course.
Have your own army.
Exactly.
Have your own navy. Have your own air force.
Of course.
Have your own nuclear weapons.
Exactly.
You've got to have your own power base. You've got to have your own power base.
Exactly. Nah, fam. What he said to you is similar to what he said to me in the sense that he tried to say, well, what country are you from? He tried to get me on the Caribbean thing, innit?
Yeah.
Right? And I said, now you see, an African would never have said that.
That's what I'm saying. An African's never gonna be like, we have the biggest army, we have the biggest this. Like,
Arrogance. That's what I'm saying,
that's
fam.
what I'm saying. Whether you
That's
say whether you
where I'm
like it or
from.
not. The fact that you are here to stay means that you came from somewhere else.
Exactly.
Come on.
Out here using ad hominem 24/7. Oh, well, your hair, you'll get your hair. You're not.
Right, but that's
All this
exactly
because
what
I said the original people of North Africa are black.
Yes,
Exactly.
exactly. If your first defense is to come and then say that they're ugly, that's exactly what the colonists said.
He said what, sorry?
Like, oh, you guys are like, what do you say? You have wonderful hair and you're this and the other. And
Well, don't live in Africa then. Don't live in Africa.
See, that's one
Find
step
somewhere
away
else
of
to
saying
live.
that, like, oh, you want
Move back to
civilized
Saudi
people.
Arabia and leave us alone.
This is what we've been saying in Sudan for
And I want to make it clear, yeah, that because what they did was they jumped on. There were bare people here last week on this Berber issue, right? And I never,
us too.
right? No. Because like I said, it started from the week before, and I never said a word against Berbers. Yeah, not one
Neither
word.
did we.
Right, exactly. I never said one word, one solitary word against Berbers. And I challenge anyone to find anything that I said against Berbers. Anyone. Mr. IC3.
Yes, sir. Nice one. Good one. Nice one, sir.
I ain't got no time for them, fam. They're hypocrites. The whole of them.
And then denying the racism. Oh, Algeria, we treat black people like.
Yeah. It's like, oh, it's fine there. It's like, of course you would say that. It's like what people
It's
always
such
say.
a coincidence
Yeah.
that all of us
White
that
people
look like
say
this
that.
say there's racism,
Yeah.
but the one person
They
who
said that. It's like, oh, that's like in South Africa, like, we treat these blacks really nice. Ever since Mandela died,
We give these blacks rights.
Exactly.
We
But
give
then,
them
You're so right.
While calling
You
them
are
these
so
blacks.
right.
We
Wow.
give these blacks jobs.
We give our people. We give these blacks.
We treat them nice and they have the nerves to tell us.
Exactly.
They have the. It's like in America when segregation is
The thing
finished.
is,
We told
we
these
must
niggas
assert
that they're
our
now allowed to come to
identity.
school, and then they have the nerve
Exactly.
to be ungrateful.
Skin
And
colour.
not
like
start,
that.
not start,
They're
not
hypocrites.
start accepting anyone who claims to be African. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because that's what Chinese do.
they stick
I've lived
together.
in China all my life. You know, I was born there. My grandma was born there. I'm Chinese. You think they're gonna be like, yeah, you are?
And even if I was going to be like, yeah, well, my great-great-great-great-grandfather is Arab, so you guys have to accept me. They'll be like,
Exactly.
accept you.
It's nonsense.
You're way too black.
They're
Your nose is way
hypocrites.
too wide. No. And then we're allowed to just accept them because of a DNA test that said 2%.
North
From some
African.
obscure African.
It's our fault,
He's like,
though,
where's
because
your
we're too
DNA
kind.
test?
And then he was like,
We're too
I provided her
loving.
with evidence
We
that
accept
original
everyone
Africans
else.
were black.
That's our
Tied up with some
the
Wikipedia
blacks are so
site
kind
that's
and
like
nice.
one
That's
paragraph
how
and
she
I'm like, that's
kills.
not evidence, fam. That's not evidence.
That's
We've
not
got
a
to be
sad
more
nonsense.
ruthless now.
Nah, they're out of order.
No, Africa shouldn't be.
They're out of order. They're out of order.
The way you talk. I don't have time for this foolishness. They're out of order.
You've got to assert your
Where's our
identity,
professor?
your identity and your culture and language. That's what makes a
Should I
people.
say, I think Egyptians were mixed.
To go a level higher.
I don't know how to entertain that system. Alright, let's go.
The way you are just
Asserting
so
your
nice.
identity
Believe me. Where do you come
is
from?
fundamental.
Where do I come from originally?
But the next level, once you know yourself who you are, you've got to then create allies because the beast is too big. A lot of people that they underestimate the size of the monster.
I hear
they're
what you're
fighting.
saying. I hear what you're
Would you
saying.
agree with that?
I hear what you're saying.
That a lot of people they say, okay, we're going to clarify
That's Africanism to learn it. You claim to Nigeria, learn the Africanism.
clarify your identity, you're making your position beautiful, you're making your position clear.
This is who I am.
Yeah, but also your physical dress is a manifestation of clear ideology. So you know
This
what
is
you're
my
about.
culture,
So
this
it's
is my
manifested. You don't
language,
try and grab.
this is my way of life.
Where did you get those shoes from?
I don't have to be like anybody else. I'm unique.
You're holding
Unique
a
identity.
Now, I'm saying that phase 2,
Yes.
once you've got your position,
Yes.
right, you can then start to negotiate
Yes.
with allies
Yeah, definitely.
against the beast, because people don't understand the nature and the size of the dragon that they're fighting.
The beast has got
I agree with that.
Yeah,
traitors and spies.
yes,
in
because
each
that's
camp.
what Hannibal was doing. You know the story of Hannibal.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think that.
People that are strong can create allies with anybody they want to.
That's right.
Without losing themselves.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. So when Hannibal was arriving, the people think, oh, he just got a big army and then march into Rome. No. Hannibal, he lost half his army on the way down. So and he's still going to fight. Right? So that means that this guy's serious.
Yeah.
So Hannibal's there and he's saying, right, okay, you Gauls. Obviously because they were white people.
Frenchmen.
And
Spanish man.
you're being battered by the Romans. The Gauls are thinking, oh, I wonder if this
Guy could come and help us out.
No, but they're always thinking, I wonder if this guy's an idiot going up against Rome. So they've got to decide how strong you are, whether before they ally with you. They're not going to ally with somebody who's weak.
Yeah, you've got to be tough.
Because the Romans are going to come after them afterwards. But once it's Hannibal knows his position, holds his own, they link up with him. Allies, it's the only way. Otherwise, they will surround you. Your enemy will surround you.
You have to stay strong.
Yes.
And
There's something I want to show you a bit later.
And like you're saying, have all those military and economic links.
That's right. But as Shako was saying, you've got to establish yourself and make your identity clear. Shako, can I talk to you for a minute?
Yeah,
Show you something. Look.
That's all right, bro.
Come take over everything from your belly.
Come, man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to ITV.
People, I don't want to say exactly who, but it's been propagated online. That the Shias have sex with babies, that the Shias are this, the Shias are this. And then you're telling me that I'm demonising your group, but you're demonising your minorities. I can't take you seriously.
I'm not familiar with that, man.
Yeah, but if you start going into the microcosm...
Well, I know the difference between Shia